to Memphis on this important day. It's such an honor to be here today on this sacred ground in this important week, not just in the history of Memphis, not just in the history of the United States and its civil rights movement, but in the history of the world. The shot that rang out at 6:01 p.m. 50 years ago today silenced a man, but it did not silence his cause. It did not silence his legacy, which is as loud and powerful as it ever was. We stand here looking back 50 years of undeniable progress, such as every sanitation worker today making over $15 an hour with strong benefits and a retirement system. But we certainly have not achieved Dr. King's dream yet. I challenge everyone to take this moment, this once-in-a-generation time, and work even harder for the change that Dr. King would have wanted to see, to strive even more to reach the promised land. In Memphis, we will never give up. We will never give up until we've reached that promised land. God bless you all. In 1967, Dr. Martin Luther King authored his final publication entitled, "Where Do We Go From Here?" 13 months later, right here in Memphis, he lost his life pursuing that dream. All across America this week, we've heard comments about the dream, the movement, and I think we're still asking, where do we go from here? What we do know from here is the challenges that lie before us are the challenges that Dr. King faced back in the 60s. The challenges of eradicating poverty, the challenges of raising our children to be respectable and law-abiding adults, the challenge as adults that we have to raise our babies in a way that is progressive and enlightened. I think we gathered today to recognize the dream, to acknowledge the dream, to recommit to the dream, and also to leave here convicted of the challenge that lies ahead. Let us leave here today with the dream in our heart and the commitment in our soul. Thank you. Good afternoon. A lot of people have given voice to the idea that this week has encompassed Good Friday and Easter and the continuation of Passover and the anniversary of Dr. King's tragic assassination. And that's all true.
I really do hate them.
Dr. King encompassed much of what Moses did, in that Moses picked up to lead his people out of bondage, out of Egypt, from slavery to freedom. And Dr. King did the same thing, taking his people from slavery and that bastard child segregation to freedom. That was a wonderful thing that he did. But that was not the only thing he did. He went on in a way like Jesus did to try to render unto the least of these, to give health care to those who were sick, to give food to those who were hungry, to give clothing to those who were naked, to give people who were in need help. That is something he did that I was reminded of so much today by Reverend James Lawson, to every people, not just to African Americans, to people who were in need. And he said health care was a right, and it was an ultimate civil right, and it is, and it needs to be made available to every person in the United States of America. Our General Assembly failed to extend Medicaid, even though the federal government was going to pay 90% of the money, over $1 billion a year. And that was cruel and wrong. We need to see that we have Medicaid and Medicare for people in this country and health care for all. That was Dr. King's dream, and we need to fulfill it. Dr. King came to Memphis because of economic problems in Memphis, with sanitation workers not being paid a living wage. He succeeded in getting the union recognized, and he succeeded in getting a spirit to people like Pitt Hyde and A.W. Willis and DeArmie Bailey to help build this civil rights museum to perpetually remember and remind people of the horrors of slavery and injustice and segregation, and to move this city forward. There are many people in our city of immense means who contribute much to help others and people in need, and I think they do it because of Dr. Martin Luther King. Thank you, Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is an honor to represent the state of Tennessee today. When Abraham Lincoln went to dedicate the battlefield of Gettysburg, he said that our words can't make this place sacred, but it's the actions that came before us. It's the actions that still happen in Memphis because of what Dr. King said. It's when folks go into our most difficult schools and say this school deserves as great a teachers and principals and outcomes as anywhere else. It's when Tennessee became the very first state to have free community college and technical school for everybody in the state. It's when we have folks that say our judicial system is not only inequitable, it's not working. And so on behalf of all of that, thank you. We thank the Civil Rights Museum for putting on the celebration today, and we look forward to continuing that work. Thank you.
Welcome to the stage, Alpha Phi Alpha.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, baby.